I'm Capt.Doug Stanford with Texas Fish Tips. It's your weekly fishing report.
Good old Phenodoc's still holding some fish. There's some redfish down through here. There's some sheep's heads showing up, and they're eating live shrimp. Just worm them on a hook, drop them down. There's been some good ones right along these rocks right up by this bank. There's still a few nice redfish in there. They like mullet. They'll hit a shrimp quicker than they will a mullet. Live mullet, finger mullet, and also cut mullet seems to work. Anyways, you go around the backside here, Martin midstream, there's a few sheep's heads showing up, a few reds down through here. There's been a few trout showing up lately too, in this deeper water right down through these edges on the shrimp channel. Now, if you want to get out here on the end of the jetties, it's not too windy, it's a good place to go. There's sheep's heads showing up. There's some redfish out there, and there's been a few nice trout mixed in there. Shrimp seems to be the ticket. We catch everything on that. But good old mullet still catches those reds. Right out here behind the East Flats, out here in the shallower water down through here, there's been some redfish. Artificial's been picking up some pretty good trout lately. Top water's been doing real well early in the morning out there. But it's a good place to go hide out of the wind when it gets a little bit too windy. But this channel right down through here, right by these fish houses, been holding some nice black drum in here. The water's not too low. You can get down in there real easy, and they like that shrimp. Peel them, throw them out there. There's not a whole lot of perch out there right now, so you can do that little trick and the fish will bite it a lot easier. But anywhere's down this shoreline, if you want to do some wade fishing, it's a great place to get out and wade. It's protected water from that south wind. But also Flato Cut down through has been holding some nice fish in this deeper water along these channel edges. Not out in the middle, but out along the channel edges. And that shrimp is the way to go. There is some perch in that deeper water. But there is some good redfish and some black drum right down through the edge. Okay, this intercoastal waterway down through here has been holding some nice fish. It's shallow water next to deep water, and it works really well when you do that. Shrimp on the bottom has been working pretty good. Throw out in that deeper water, you're going to get those perch. But right up on that edge, there'll be some black drum, some reds, all up down through here, and a few sheep's head mixed in there. There may be a few trout or two hanging around, but like I say, shrimp is the best way to go. But anywhere down through in these rock piles, like say in these intersections like this, it'll hold some drum. Those rocks will hold a little more heat, and those fish like that. Another good place right here is like say this intersection right here. There's also a big pile of rocks right down through here. And this time of year, those big drum, those big reds, they'll be there. They like it in the afternoon better than they do early in the morning. All right, these wells out here in Corpus Christi Bay still holding some trout. They like that shrimp. You still only get 3 per person, but there's still some pretty good trout out here. And also there's a few black drum mixed in there, and there is a sheep's head or two along with them. Now these rocks right down through the old T-heads down through here, been holding some nice fish. Throw that shrimp right up on the rocks, and there'll be some good fish. There'll be some reds, there'll be some trout, and there'll be a few mangrove snappers still hanging around in there as well. If you come on down here and get into the Recon channel, these deeper channels have been holding some nice fish. I've been having several reports of some good fish back in here in that deeper water, and they're catching them on shrimp. If you don't have a boat, good old pier right here, Indian Point Pier, has been working. There's some black drum, there's some reds out there, and some sand trout still out there, and they like that shrimp. Throw it out there on the bottom is the best thing to do. Now, if you do have a boat, get over in Ingleside. These protected waters right down through this bank has been holding some redfish. Anywhere's up down through these holes like this along this edge is where those fish are staying. Use those potholes, get some cut mullet, or even live finger mullet works. Chunk them in the potholes. If you got shrimp, put it on a popping cork, chunk it out there. Those fish are there. There'll be some black drum mixed in. They like it.
For watching, I'm Capt.Doug Stanford.